Sagittarius. So all that's playing for you is bank accounts. So with that being said, you may be focused on your bank account, or you may have come aware that something you were investing in was only fucking with your bank account. It was, instead of making your money grow, your money was diminishing by the second, by the minute, by the hour, by the day. You feel me? So something you invested in, the direction you went in might have been taken from you more than it was helping you build. So now it's like, boom, 10 of wands in reverse. You're no longer investing or giving yourself to that. You gave someone back their problems, or you're just no longer investing in whatever that was burdensome to you. And this is your karma. You're on the right side of karma. You're not supposed to be investing in this relationship, investing in this business endeavor, or just going this direction regarding your thoughts, your energy, your time, and or your money. Now you're defensive towards whatever was taken from you, or whatever made you feel weaker or less than. At the same time, being open to new emotional expressions and new emotional investments, new directions you can take yourself, new attributes or new characteristic traits to add on to what you already got going on, or just new associates and friends you want to surround yourself from. You've been in conflict once upon a time, but now you out the conflict. And now that you're out the conflict, you're out to your mind in regards to once upon a time where you were in all this bullshit. It had you stressing. It had you in a cold space mentally, emotionally, and third dimensionally. But now that you're no longer invested in that space with those people, those associates, those friends, or those mentalities, now you can express yourself. And your bank account can grow. It's like people were using you, and they're not using you anymore. No, it ain't cool. Come on, sad. Y'all killing me right now. I wasn't even going to read today, but I supposed to. That's the way my head hitting, y'all. Sagittarius, come on, y'all. Thank you. Again, boom, conflict came out. So you may still be in conflict regarding a situation, whether it's you fighting for your peace, now that you know what you want, now that you being defensive in regards to what you want, it's putting you in conflict with everyone around you. It's like you realize you may not be able to heal something you were invested in, and now that you want to withdraw, now that you want to separate, now that you no longer want to invest yourself because you focused on your balance, everyone around you is in conflict. It's like people are fighting because you don't want to bring peace to their space, or now that you're focused on yourself, it's a problem to everyone around you. Hey, listen, it be like that sometimes. See, because motherfuckers was lying to you once upon a time. Or you just may be in conflict because you were lying. That goes. See, it's like you got the green light in some way, shape, or form. Now that you got the green light, now you're trying to take action. Now you're trying to do something. Now you're trying to manifest. But in order to do that, you got to separate from something you emotionally invested in that brought you to a lower state of consciousness, or emotionally expressing and investing yourself. And that's putting you in conflict, because it's like whatever you're trying to separate from ain't going to go easy. Again, it's like you got the green light. You're no longer thinking. You are now doing. But in you doing is putting you in conflict. It's like you got to go through the fire first. And then it's the Five of Wands, a whole lot of fire. Look, because you were trying to express, or you communicated the truth. Whether you express something quickly, or look, again, if it's you versus someone outside of you express some sort of emotions to you. And that what they expressed to you made you really emotional. It brought feelings out of you. And that those feelings also brought a truth out of you internally. Now that you know your truth for yourself, you're no longer thinking, you're doing. You're going. Now that you're going fast. You're communicating this truth. You're expressing what you learned, what you've gained from these emotions, the truth you've gained from those emotions. You are now expressing that. And in order for you to express that, you got to address a devil. And that's putting you in conflict. Whether the devil is a characteristic trait that goes against the new truth you've gained, the new feelings you have, your old feelings are combating your new feelings, or just the old people the people you manifested while you were in this old way of feeling, this old way of experiencing, this old way way of expressing are now in conflict because the upgraded you or the new you doesn't align with those morals anymore. So you now have to clear your space, and that's putting you in conflict. Put your foot in the shoe that fits me. Oh, I put it back. Hold on. Yes, that is. So if it was you versus someone outside of you, someone outside of you expressed their emotions to you in some way, shape, or form, and that brought you a truth that made you take action, quick action in some way, shape, or form. You're doing something fast because you want to hold on to something, or you just found a new mental stability, and that requires you to address something quickly. Or you may be in conflict because somebody was fast talking, or you receive some communication from someone outside of you quickly. Again, it was like a truth. It's almost like somebody was going to miss an opportunity to tell you something, and they told you something, and what they told you made you emotional, and now it's like it goes against what you knew about what you're surrounded in, if that makes sense. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. Something made you get up, though. Whether you became aware of some emotions you had, or someone brought you their emotions. Someone expressed something they felt emotional about towards you that made you do something. See, again, if it's you versus someone outside of you, someone outside of you was thinking about a space with you, Sagittarius. Somebody outside of you was just thinking about their feelings in regards to how they feel about a space they share with Sagittarius. And they expressed that truth. Look, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. So someone was thinking about their emotions in regards to a situation with you. And it's like whether they expressed that emotion to you, and them expressing their emotions to you brought you some information. It's like not only did they just bring you their feelings, they brought you truth with their feelings. A truth that whether you were trying to ignore this truth or it was a truth you just didn't see. Now that you see it, now you communicating something quickly, or you want to communicate something quickly, or you just want to communicate, or you are now expressing or communicating your truth to your environment. Again, it's like you just got some information, and now you're going, and that's putting you in conflict because this was the first card out. It's like you're battling everyone around you with your truth now. And if it's you versus you, it's just you were thinking about something that you were emotionally connected to for a very long time. It's something that brought real emotions out of you, something that probably made you cry a couple times, and it's all right. And now that you're done thinking about it, now that you're done, it's like now you want to express those feelings, and you're doing that quick. But again, it's putting those around you and those around you in conflict because the people around you aren't aligned with the feelings you feel. But you're out of your head in regards to how you feel. You know how you feel now. What's on? Need it. See, you need something. You feel like you need something. You need to express these emotions. You need to participate in something. You need to express this truth because you can't stop thinking about it. So that's putting you and everyone around you in conflict. You may no longer be expressing yourself a certain type of way or just investing in the people you used to invest yourself into because of these emotions or because something was brought to you or you became aware of some feelings you had for something that you couldn't stop thinking about. Now you're looking at what you invested in like, damn, I shouldn't have gone this way. And that's where the conflict is coming from. You feel me? It's like where you want to be and where you at is polar opposites. Yeah, see, something's ending. Something's coming crashing down or something fell. It was like whether the tower is a perspective you had regarding a situation with people you're invested in, and now that perspective has fallen, now that you don't see those people that way, now that you don't think about this situation that way, now that you gain the truth, a King of Swords, now that you're expressing your truth and your passion quickly, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, is putting everyone around you in conflict because you are destroying people's worlds. People built a world around your perspective or around you staying a certain type of way or continuing to express yourself or invest yourself a certain type of way. Now that you're giving that up, it's like you're destroying people's dreams because people were living their dream through you. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. You probably fell in love, that's why. Look, lover's on the bottom. You may be dealing with a Gemini, you don't gotta be. Love will make you do that shit though. You no longer investing in something. That step you took, you untaking it. And in order for you to untake it, something gotta end. Something gotta fall. The Tower, Page of Wands in reverse, and Death on the bottom. I'm telling you, whether you end in friendship, look, something has to fall. Cycle in the world in reverse. Someone is falling from a high position mentally for you, or it's just like you're downsizing. You've fallen. A perspective you've had has fallen, and that has ended a cycle. Tower. And now you're in conflict, whether because you don't know how to obtain something, or you just don't know how to handle the feelings you have. Or it's, again, you're expressing feelings that don't align with everybody around you. But it's just how you feel. It doesn't matter how everyone around you feel. It's about how Sagittarius feels. And Sagittarius don't feel here no more because you feel like it's bringing you to a lower state of emotional expression, or just how you invest your emotions. So now you clearing the table, and that's putting you in conflict because this truth you expressing, what you trying to push now. People don't coast, the people you used to bang with don't subscribe to it, but you didn't. Regardless of how they feel, it's a done data. Tower. I'm gonna fuck with you.